wrist actually felt fine after sparring last week with all the different weapons, but helping him out in the bar on the weekend just tweaked it. Alright, let's go through a bunch of the eliminations and whatnot. Just see how many different ages we've done it.
It's always getting behind the weapon, isn't it?
That's for like the ones that we nicknamed the tappy drills.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't really have a name. That's just how they just consider that just basic sword play, like just sword parrying and whatnot, and flow drills. They don't really have names for it, but we just attach it to our harness eliminations. So I call it tapping drill, as tapping behind it. They say whatever, if it's like that side, it's the same side to one tapping. And I'm focusing a bit more like on the smaller, like converse style like taps. And then before we're going like that. Then now like looking at how far that goes away and whatnot, I would rather like that kind of stuff. Like both of them are like, that's what I mean, like everything's feeling a little bit tighter and a little bit like cleaner now. Just make sure that you're still simultaneously using the footwork in it. So like with that first one, like a smaller forward and go forward a bit more now. I'm still taking that back line for in case that was faster than I expected. Means that I still dodged that by the pulgada. So as long as you're still simultaneously doing the footwork, and then a lot of time with the like downside, but I don't think I can do down through. So like if you do that side, so like this here and that checked again, and came in, and then it was just so good. So actually even here, I'm doing it with my arm too much. So where we are rush community. I am really hurt.
Oh,
that's it, yeah. Yeah, that's probably good closer. There you go. That's a bit better. But yeah, that's got to be attached to your hip. That's all in the hips and that. It's like you're throwing a foot. Yeah, exactly. Because if my arm comes off, you can counter.
Yeah, I can start moving.
You can do stuff. There's not much you can do when it's on the body.
No, that's all.
Yeah. Other than that, so like we've got that one there. We've also got, you can do that one again. We've also got the pinky, and you've got to step forward. You got that one. We're doing your normal, washing the hands one. You can also go washing the hands two. Yeah, I'm actually doing it more like see, it's probably safer doing the classical version. I was just thinking like there, I'm thinking I'm getting in closer because it's almost like I've been fighting like this. And you guys are doing a shot. I'm doing like that. And I feel like I've got that double cut there. That's probably like still okay for everything on the inside. Like if I'm slightly off on that, I can wrap around a little bit. So it's probably safer still to go like the classical version. You haven't cut it. You're still cutting the wrist. You can still have this aim forward. But it's just, how we have the aggressive version where you like go double on the wrist. I think I'd actually rather keep that covered. And like how like Montgomery doesn't always lift his hand up to like reinforce that, sometimes it's his shoulder. I think I would rather do something like that. Or let's go back and then forward and jump it around instead of just cutting it like a flat way. That's just more of the block, because I know this is messing up the tendons already. And if you come forward like too aggressive, you're going to impale your neck as well as your tendons. So they're going to actually prefer to have the full cover. I find I've got more of a hunch and I'm rolling more than I used to. That's just because of what we've been doing with the double and a lot of our like entry stuff. We just keep realising that when we're closer, then if I'm upright, postures off, when we're down here, all that rolling around that we've done to make it like get behind the blade to feel safer. Now going back to the double again, now just feeling like roll up. Like I feel like whatever you're doing here, I'm just now also going back down the stairs. I'm just going back
That's what I remember the scissors one.
Yeah, I like the scissors one. What's it like? I always think of that as the exit one. So it's when I fed this down and I go through the stomach and the inside tendons or arteries. And if I'm exiting, I go bang and go through the wrist like that. They do the same thing on the head from behind after doing like bang bang, yeah. But if I'm staying in, so if I do that same thing here, I'll check that, it's almost like a scissor, but instead of scissoring that off, I check this and fill it down, and then start the circular side. Circular side for if you stay in, and I do the scissor if I'm exiting. And you don't, and when you exit, I'm saying like some people like this, and then they'll take the wrist and the throat or the head, like that, almost. And then go bang, bang, like, you can pick off different, you can change around however you want.
That's nice.
It's like you're doing like a double abanico, taking both the wrist and the head simultaneously, and they might like dodge their head one and lose their wrist, or like vice versa. Like,
Yeah, that's nice.
yeah, it's clean. Otherwise, let's see, we did pinky. We've got the inside ones as well, which is Estrella, Puma. Yeah, 3, 4, and 5 of the washing hands are all for backhand, so it doesn't work there. Otherwise, is there any other ones we're missing there? I guess we could just do the classic Espada. Just go to this again. And actually, I haven't tried is drill. But I'm like, I don't want to say I'm do that now because after Mung Robbie posted the post, I feel more comfortable doing the Cadena Royale. Cadena Royale, the chain headshot. Yeah, it was different footwork with it. One was like more of a, as this comes in, it's more like I'm ghosting, using my forearm to come around. This was like a check, like that, so that you couldn't come backwards or forward, like it's so chained together. Yeah. Like, if you remember his, when it was a single one, so he did that shot again. This one, I was bumping that with his hand like this. Oh, actually, I vaguely remember him having a sword in my arm and doing this. This kind of stuff. And then like pulling back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, right. He's already got it on your neck as well. Like he's doing it for the control.
No, it's control.
Yeah,
right?
but I think he was even saying, I think he said he preferred it with like a knife almost. So you can go here, and it's just already in.
Yeah.
That I don't want to slam when you don't have a helmet on. You understand that the forearm's clamping whilst you're hacking there. Yeah. If you neck or head, it doesn't really matter. I prefer to go deeper into the neck because if it's too high at the head, something you can duck it or parry it or do something.
It drops on the arm if it doesn't.
Yeah. So I'm doing it as if I've still got the palm up because he's like that, and he nearly always mirrors whatever he's doing with a sword or a knife. He does that palm. So the fact that he's palm up there makes me go, I think he do palm up. He's going double. That's what I'm saying, mate. You can't retract properly.
No.
Like it's rubber. Yeah, when he pulls back, he's got double. I haven't done it with the drill before. I've had him do it to me, like 2013 when I was over there. But I wasn't at a high enough level to actually understand what he was doing. I just understood that he had full goal plan, like in any direction. And he was killing me like multiple ways simultaneously. It was like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's a high level move, but that's an interesting one. Yeah. So you got Cadena Royale. I guess you could also we did his helmet. No, we did the tappy one. I feel like there's one on the inside as well. Oh no, we already did the washing the hands 1 and 2. So it's tappy. That's just tappy, pinky, which is the flinch. Washing the hands 1 and 2. Oh, I know what it is. That's only one of the Cadena Royales. There's 2 on that side. Actually, sorry, there's 3. There's 2 on the outside, 1 on the inside. There's different footwork. So the first one I did more like I'm ghosting backwards. Yeah. So it's more like almost like you come forward and my move's just ghosting and come around. Yeah, more like natural to our footwork. It's very katana. Like pivoting off the center line. Very similar to our move block getting off the center line. Yeah. That one felt more natural to us, but the Cadena Royale is more of a forward motion, driving into them. so it doesn't work as well on the ghost, because it actually gives you an option for a counter, because I'm not fully clamping your arm as much with the forward pressure. If you retract, I have less of a clamp and less control. Counter opportunities. But if I instead, as you do it, the difference there is that my right foot goes back before. So it'd be like if you're coming forward, and I'm like ghosting, and I'm like doing like it's like I'm taking the back left Dorello line and pivoting around and pointing in like that, exactly. Now it's like I'm taking the front line. Yeah, exactly. I'm coming in, but actually no, even then, it's more like a football step. It's more like I've gone almost like step here, drive, and then I'm taking the front right line. It's either the back left, and I'm going back this way. I'm actually taking the front right, and let's go. Maybe that's second one. But there's once again, escape or counter opportunity. Your natural response is going to be to go back that way. That's going to be the escape side for you, so it just keeps the pressure on. You can release the pressure of the tanto if I don't do that second step, and then I'm in danger. If I do the second step, it stays on you, and I've got you clamped, and I just lift it away. Yeah, that's why a lot of times we just do like 3 or 4 or 5 steps. We just kept stepping through them. Yeah. Like instead of us like coming in and us going here, we do the same thing, and we just be like. Walking, and you just keep driving in and like can't do it really hard for them to like time to step back and counter. Yeah. So for this one, so even if I got my right foot forward already, I feel like that's what's so hard about this is that almost hits you. That's why this is a high level move, not a like the timing and measurement on this has to be perfect, or you can die very easily. Yeah. It's so much in the forearm, so like that's coming through. And that essentially should hit me, but I almost bump it over, and you get a little pulgada over the top of your head, and then that comes through. Yeah, as I say, like, this one's way more dangerous, but it's faster.
So it's not a complete ghost, he's actually...
No, he's intercepting. It's like, it's more like, you know when you do like a move straight down the middle? And I do like that, and he intercepts and like knocks it aside to get like so. It's like I'm not dodging and ghosting the move. Yeah. I'm halfway through your move, just intercepting it and dominating it with the angle and like and forward pressure. I have to have enough power in that. I can't be like weak, otherwise you'll just keep going. Yeah. But it has to be when you're vertical. It has to be a certain angle. Same with this with the forearm. It's coming in and it's angled like that. I still duck a little because even as I hit your forearm. We like the old Alvanico drills. Yeah. It's super easy for someone to flare it down. Especially like if I feel someone's hand on it, I will flare. So I'm like, I understand if like or someone going through and I've done this and maybe back on. But it doesn't matter once you're in this position. Yeah, you're fine. Oh yeah. And even the pullback to that is just rough. It's still very easy to control and go through everything. Yeah. I know, so it's what that's what I was thinking about on the way here. I was just going, what's on the beginning of like each of these like moves? There's not much difference between forehand and backhand. We don't have to do the whole 11. I always just wanted to cover forehand and backhand and see you decide how it felt. The inside part of that's interesting.
I forgot how much was on this.
Oh, I know, right? And then like even now there's variations you can do with it. Yeah. It's like you could go to do a shot. And I could do like a style with that. Oh, that's the other one we could do. It was like a variation of washing my hands on before. You know how if you went straight down the middle? Yeah. I do like that for washing my hands and then it's close. That way if it's like my hand, I'm going half like that. Yeah. Once again, I'm probably coming off my body too much. Should probably be more like this, like when we do the circular side. Yeah, straight up. Once again, that also means that you have to be deeper physically. So that's a good little trick that I learned to like make myself get closer because I was doing this before. Yeah. And like you can do some stuff if you do that same thing. And I'm like, it's on my body. Yeah, so see the difference in it. I'm on the tricep, I'm on the neck. Yeah. Ray does it this way. Yeah. there's that stab.
It actually gives a bit more range to it that way.
I was saying, mate, but if you think I can't take this off my body for that hack and treat it as if it's the circular side, and go that, and instead step in and go like that, it forces you to get to the tricep. Can't, like, it's when I mess up, I go, oh, I was on T-Rex, I was on my arm again. Which is like makes sense for like most artists and screamer styles. We are very T-Rexy and stuff. That one's just where it just pulls that back that little bit extra. There's reasons for it. Partially it's like the depth of the footwork. But yeah, so you've got watching the hands four as well. It's just usually that's fit down the middle. So you just got to be careful when it's a forehand, because I am almost doing like a florete with my left one. And I'm like florete hack. And then once I'm here, like do all the normal stuff. Do you want to try any of those? There's a lot there. Yeah. Start with the tappy one. So just go elastico with the back right foot.
That.
You got that. And then I'd say the one that cuts is the one that you check. That's good. You're checking with like the lower part there. And I always check above. So I go a little higher. And that way it's easy to go back and forth with it. Exactly. That's good. You're getting both the stomach and the arm on the inside. So come over this side, it'll be a bit easier to see. Do that again, that was good. Yeah, nice. You're still doing the elastico. Nice, because even if I try to do anything here, even if I try to come through, you're going to just replace it with the other one, even if that pulls back. And it doesn't exactly. And it turns into like washing hands 3 or 4. Like that's pretty much what it used to be. That was a good transition. Yeah, nice. So that's the tappy. Pinky, which like means flinch, remember? That's it right there. Sparks.
So that's where you just bring it fast.
It's a lot in the foot, the pivot. So I'm like, do it to us like, do it to us slowly, for example. So like, pretty much gets this, and then the hack is like loading, just going low into that. But the release here is that it comes forward. And then as I pivot, and then that comes over. Exactly. So like, the release of the hack is from the footwork.
Again, I think I was just doing my hands.
That's the timing, like pairing it makes a difference. But once you do, you go, oh, this all became smoother. I cut one or half the beat out of it. Now it's more efficient. And then you realise like, oh, I'm not in danger as much because of like close and hold. Like it's good. It's a lot to juggle. That's why I like just keep doing this. Like we don't always come back to like doing the skill stuff. We do a lot more sparring, which is more practical, I think. But it's always good to do this stuff. These props come from. Okay. So do it a little slower. So you catch that, and then I go vertical with this as I pivot. Exactly. And if I come through, there's nothing I can do. Exactly. Nice. You're fine with it. Exactly. You don't have to do that. I know you know how to do all that. Sweet. Otherwise, you've got your regular washing the hands. So you've got the Estrella. That's the one where I was saying I've slightly adapted it, where it's almost like I've almost been fighting like this already. I was like, so like, because like when I'm fighting, this is pointing forward. A lot of time to like do like these kind of moves. So if all of a sudden you do like a hack round, I feel like I'm doing a block like that, and then your forearm gets cut, but that's looking forward. So I think almost a little bit more like what we're doing with those dual blades. So like, and that's it, especially if that's your shield, makes a lot of sense. Exactly. Even if this comes through here, that's what happens a lot of the time. If it goes deeper, that's fine too. Make sure you're leaning forward though, because that could hit. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was talking about the aggressive one before. My instinct at the beginning was to cut the wrist and this and get all this extra damage. But then I realized if I didn't have the full lean on and behind this blade, my head or shoulder had to almost be behind this. So I had to bring this to my shoulder here, so that didn't wrap around and cut my arm. So I'm like, I've got this, but that almost had to come to my shoulder. Like if it was here, it would wrap, like if you do a hack here, it would wrap around and hit that. So I had to have that deeper, which made me realize that I actually prefer being on either side of the hand here, which is more like a classical one. Because like otherwise, like that's probably why they never taught us an aggressive Estrella. They just like there's an aggressive Pluma, there's an aggressive Cruzada. They never said an aggressive Estrella, and it might be because it wraps around that, but they go don't do the aggressive, just check the blade. Like also if you're doing a ride, this one here is pointing at your throat, and also gets those tendons. So I think they just rather have that. Like I said, Mung Robbie has it on his shoulder all the time. That's more his Pluma. So like you can do the same thing with an Estrella. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and already that you brought this closer to your shoulder, but you've also got more of a lean on now as well. And yeah, like if I did, that's probably what's going to happen. It's going to completely disarm me with my tendons. You're safe. That will actually probably slide over. I've lost that, and then
I feel like I'm putting my face in the other one.
Oh yeah, I do get that. Luckily that you feel the hips load. Like so, like even if I like fake that and then come back, I'd probably still roll around this one defensively.
Yeah. So
like if you like you go block that there, I'd probably just roll that like sparring. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly how I do it. Usually do the other one, but you kind of got.
Oh, you're right.
It could go very like.
Exactly. You have to.
Exactly, but you've kind of gotten used to being on the inside of that or the inside of that. So even though it's kind of or even like with these ones, you're on the inside of the two. You've kind of gotten used to it when they've been like pulled across with different moves, like improvise in a way.
Yeah. Alright. They take too much time. You can't go from there.
Yeah, exactly. Do that Estrella again, but maybe step into the left as you do it. It'll help you with something a little bit.
Oh yeah, if you're actually.
Yeah. It's just be careful with the punch.
I was watching that before, it's right in my face.
But I think you're more upright and then lent at the end. Yeah. But you had more of a lean at the beginning. Yeah, exactly. Even then, I can do it cross again for a second. Let me see something. You know what I think it is? I think my blocking one is pointing a bit more forward, and I think yours is up.
I was trying to put it on the shoulder.
Yeah, true.
That's it up there.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, I don't know if I'm doing this. Yeah, I've got to kind of point it like that. But it kind of wraps around a bit more like that. Yours is a better block. But yeah, the punch is coming through a little bit. You might just have to make sure that, you know how you got this one here? Yeah. You got that. Make sure your head is behind the spine of the left one. Yeah. So I think that's it. You are blocking this. So I think your head, or when you did the one before, you were a little bit lower. Yeah. I think your head was in line with this. And see there, but at the moment I think you're behind. Like, in between.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and the punny is just coming through. So you almost got the punny in the face.
Oh yeah. So you have to be under the blade. Yeah.
Under this
like
one.
katana.
Yeah. Because I'm going. This is like I'm fighting here. Yeah. And if I didn't use this other one, I would have to be here. But you're almost here. You're blocking the wrist, but you're popping that in the face. But I would say if this is up here, I'd have to be lower than it. So I think they're the same. You have to be at least behind or slightly lower than your left one. I think you're blocking. I think you're doing the right one properly. I think the right one's probably in the right spot. Yeah.
See the normal up here.
Yeah.
I'd be stepping.
Yeah, like you're almost jamming it more, like in a real. How you're like exactly. Yeah. I think you can still kind of do that with the other one. Like do the forehand to us again. Yeah, I'm just going to step it a little bit more here. Yeah, even then, now less of the punny thing through. Yeah, as well, because you got less extended into it.
Yeah, because I find if I'm not walking out.
Yeah, so you're not moving in. But if you do that same thing, just step diagonally out with the left at the same time. You'll jam. Yeah, so that was way stronger. Yeah. That felt like the block was stronger, and that I felt that in my like tendon here, and that's pointed at my face. That can't come through, and your head's further away from this now. I think that's if you've rolled your head away from it. But before I think you were upright. When you're upright, that almost feels like 100. Yeah.
This does make me want to.
Yeah, exactly. Straight up. That's it, like, and it's interesting because even just going back to like the basic Estrella we did like from like 11 years ago or whatever, we always used to take that front left line and back. Yeah. That even that upward version, enough because it's so ingrained now as well, like katana and other stuff. So like we go up the middle and we leg pass, we always pass the center line. So doing Estrella, you step in here, it's so natural as this comes up, you go, oh, no, here's the block. Like, it just doesn't feel like anything different anymore, does it? Yeah. Everything's linked together.
You're opening the arm.
Yeah.
You're not just standing, going up the side.
Yeah, the footwork's so built into multiple moves with similar movements that you don't even have to think about it. That feeling is so natural. Like, I can see you do the same way, I'll just feel right. Yeah. As in you can feel when it's wrong now, so like something's wrong here. You know, something is like, it's usually like maybe you're doing something with the feet or the upper body, but maybe there are feet out of sync. Like one went first, then the other, or one top went first, then the other. Then you'd be like, yeah, it's interesting.
And then you're in more danger. Every time you're out wrong, you're just going up too close to the hand.
And sometimes you actually have to hold something back for a beat, and then that way it uses the load of the lower half, and like that way you're dodging with the top half, and now off the top half, I can step with the bottom. So I have to hold the bottom half back first. Because if I do this and play it the whole way through, it's not as efficient. Where if I stop the bottom half, let's say, and just get the top half, and I pause the bottom, but now I re-link it for the return, and now I've got both the feet and the hand, and it cuts out all this movement. But if I didn't pause the bottom half, it would be too many movements. Like, it's interesting. The timing on it's so important. Timing sucks. There's a measurement first. Yeah. Once everyone's got measurement and it has like some base moves, and just trying to make like things more efficient. So like tip forward, don't go behind the bench, the wall, don't like center line, like all get off this, all that stuff. Basic fighting and line work of like fighting, sparring, like striking essentially. Yeah. After all that, then it's timing. And timing never ends. Because if you stop training for a little bit, your timing's off. So,
when it doesn't feel right, it's a feeling as well. Yeah. So even though it's time,
like it takes
you can tell it feels wrong.
Until people have done the timing right, like a couple times, they can't get that.
Oh yeah,
you have to have felt it be right and felt it be wrong, and then right feels so right after you feel both of them, and then that way when also you're used to doing right, and then it doesn't go. I don't know what it was. I did something wrong, but I could feel it together with all the emotions. It's going to make you slow down for half a beat of the beat. So I mentally recognized it. I'm feeling it now. More excellent. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so you got pinky. Do the Estrella. You can do a pluma. As I said before, like it's usually for this. It just means that I step a bit further. It's like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then I almost step back in.
So you trying to still cut for that?
Yeah, exactly. Like do it again if you want. Yeah, I think I was going. I'm still because the whole time it's as if I'm fighting like this. I feel like I've gone like here and then gone below. And I've still got to come in physically almost to like the chest bump, just because that comes around fast. And if you do anything with that, this saves more. And then I get all of that.
So was that on your shoulder or is that further out? No, that's okay.
This one's hard to not get cut. I always think that I've done a move and you've come over and I've had to come back up and this just doesn't move. And if this isn't near my armpit, it's very hard to get around. I started to cut this forearm if my left hand isn't on my armpit. This is in the middle, because that's what everyone keeps creeping forward. You're going to cut yourself on the way up. You can't really do it. So this has to really be back. That's what I was saying the other day. You really wanted to block with that little part. That makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Now, I actually have full mobility. Yeah. So a lot of time it's actually the placement of the block hand. So it's, it's like once again, it's like it's just super interesting to see that. And what it's probably been is because we've done a few Espada y Daga, and you need the knife in the same spot, so that actually would be the right positioning for the hand, the knife. So I'm like, it makes sense. You still do it. You've got a little machete, cut your own tendons and all. I almost did it myself before I went to demonstrate. It was like, what the fuck? Then I was like, oh, pull this back. Yeah, exactly. But even then, you're still rolling around it, coming through, trying to get that chest bump and then bringing it down. Yeah. See, guys, you can even get that one on the way up, and this is still going to block, and then you're coming through. Yeah, bang. And then, chest bump. long time is just been half.
Yeah.
And then you do right leg backwards and go through my neck. I'll go through my neck. Exactly. Feed them both down to 6, and then get my stomach down. That's it. Nice. That's it. You can circular slide and stay in, or you can exit with that scissor move. Yeah, exactly. It's usually one or the other. You could probably link them, but maybe I'll just do that.
Yeah, I was going to bump, but I could feel you coming around, and I remember once I get that side, if I come straight down your arm, it doesn't matter if you're turning, you'll come straight to your arm.
Yeah, exactly. So, do you want to do that again? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nice. Careful. So yeah, you got to get head further behind the sparring. So still almost pretend you don't have your right one. So I feel like if I'm fighting double, I'm still very much like that's my shield. So it's almost like I've done something down here, and all of a sudden you do that forehand shot. I have to be behind those couplers. Yeah, exactly. And then all the difference is now the same thing, but you've just done that at the same time. You're here at the moment, you're going to roll a bit. You're actually deep, which is good, but that punch is coming through, so you're going to make sure you're here. And then once that hits, come all the way into the body. If you stay out here, that's more of a problem because you can come around. It means that you've already kind of done the first half of the gorilla. So when that does come, you'll put the same sequence timing as the attack. Because if that attack comes and you're having to do the first step still, you won't have time to do the second step as that comes around. Like if I do the whole thing here like this, I have to make a step, and then you start your attack, and as I do that step out there, that's the next beat, but as I put it back, that's it down. So like it's half a beat, but that half a beat's important. So you gotta make sure that as you do the half, I have them, that I like to bring my chest all the way in. I'm not trying to drive it into their shoulder with my chest. It's just I know if I don't touch the back of my blade, I'm offended. Yeah. I know it's been a while since we've done all this. Yeah, exactly. Now whatever I have come through doesn't matter. You're taking it out forward, bringing it down, and you can step back and do the scissor one if you want. And I just turn both wrists down. Yeah, and then take a step backwards. Exactly. Yeah, and that's it. It's so easy to check afterwards. You can easily go here and then check up the top if you want. And if you wanted, you could probably come back in the circular side. Like you probably could link them together. You're probably better off doing circular side first, because then you've got the control. You can fully hack them up and whatnot. And then off here, go through. You've already hacked this up. They probably won't have that anymore. Which probably also defeats the purpose of chopping the head off. Alright, we're going to have to probably bail soon. I'll just check the time.
No, that was good though.
See how long we got. No, it's like 6 past. We can do another like 5.
Right.
I don't think we have to do the dinner reals. No, so let's try this. So
this is where it's not ghosting. It's actually
I say do the ghost one first. There's actually one I didn't do, I realised afterwards. Oh wait, no, sorry, the other one wasn't a Cadena Real. Cadena Real's only on the outside. Then there was something on the inside, one when we showed that was like, oh, this is kind of like the inside version of it. Oh, I remember what it was. Yeah, I remember now. So if I'm here like this, sorry, do it again.
Oh, that's right.
he just completely dominates that, and then immediately steps back and looks at this one. I can't remember what that one's called. I'll have to look that up again.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's essentially that same backside footwork, like the front right gorilla line. Yeah, exactly. But the other ones, it's either you have the ghosting, and you're still bumping with your hand, and that comes through.
So one can ghost, or you're pushing.
Yeah, you almost have no blade contact. Because I feel like if it had blade contact, you could almost combine a Cadena Real with a Cruzada. So I feel like when Mungrami does Cruzadas, he cares less about this blade part here. And it's more the fact that he's going and clamps with his forearm. So he's essentially doing a Cadena Real forearm clamp on a Crusada because he's like, why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Like it's too good not to. And he doesn't even make it. You can feel him doing Crusadas, and he's like, he wants to bump and control it and trap it. And it's like, once again, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But it doesn't really have any contact because that's like a block for Crusada.
Yeah.
And then the pinky is like a load, so you can almost like same kind of thing. Where the Cadena Real's kind of a ghost and an intercept.
But didn't you say that you're bumping with your forearm before?
Yeah, as I was saying, like this is almost going around, and my forearm.
Oh, the last.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just crazy because like this is coming at you, and you're actually not blocking. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a high level move because you're not actually blocking anything, and if anything, you're going into the strike. That's why Floro and Montgomery and everyone all do this little dip thing just to get. They do it with real blade, like they do live blade, like sharp blade push up this move. Yeah. And it's completely dominated, and then they just stop and they've got like slightly chipped up blade on the side of your neck. Yep. So like do the ghosting one first. It's easier. That's if I step. So if I you're cutting. Yeah, so you just go back with the right, and just come around like that, and really coming up with the hand to clamp on the like elbow tricep, and then the forearms like going through. So if I step forward, with this little deeper, right there, and then that's good. Nice. And then see this from the guard. It's still not comfortable. It's like you go mainly here, but that's where the forearm clamp stops it.
You can push it back.
And even then, now you're almost blocking a little bit and come around. You're more like ghosting around the arm. Almost try to move the arm. That's better. Yeah, nice.
Actually, that naturally.
And it puts it in a better position.
Because before, when I didn't move your elbow, it was sitting there. Now it's naturally put.
Just gotta be careful because some people like won't have their head in the right position and they'll do that forearm thing, but drag my tip through their face. So I've done some low range streams, done like about helmets, or we do it with phone. They're like, no, I do this, and then like what Ray said, I've seen how students like hit their teeth and mouth and have to spit out blood, and I'm like, they're like, oh, you did that. I'm like, you kind of did that to yourself, mate. I'm like, they're knocking it into their own face. So just be careful with like some low range if you ever show them like this. I think we covered it briefly, like made a lot of warnings to everyone going like this is like the black belts, and the black belts are probably going to get hurt the first half dozen times they try this. Because like it's, once again, timing, if you fuck the timing up, you die.
But it's even a pink is coming through.
Right, once again, it's a definitive finish. You get it, you just win. Full control. When it's not this drawn out long match in those ranges where it's nicking and bleeding and covering the long range. Like, that's where I was going. If you're even with someone in the long range, you're looking for like stuff like this. So do that ghost one again. So you're pivoting, make sure you're pivoting the leg back. So as you do the forearm, time the forearm hip back, that turn with the foot. That's good. Nice. Even here, like it's up a bit more. And even if you want, you can slide back a little bit. You can like, I just pull my hips back a little, or like slide down, and you get that tip in there. And that tip in there. I almost hooked with my camera in the back of their wrist. That's the exact right range. So I hook it, and then you kind of get used to from doing that motion. You can feel how long it is with your right, and you can mirror it with the left, and it's the same distance to the armpit. I know, right? Nice. And then do that little dip. And then and even if I did come through or something, you're so ready. Like, I'm already there with that. Exactly. Otherwise it's you stepping like
this is when I'm driving.
This one's a little bit harder. So like this one, even though my right foot's already forward, you gotta do it. I have to go like with the right. And then afterwards, pivot to go here, and then I have to turn it. I still have to take that pivot with the left foot. It feels weird. It feels like you shouldn't. But you can do a lot. And I understand we are walking towards this. But you can still deal with that a lot better walking towards it than if you go back, and it gives them heaps of options for coming around. So like step in, So yeah, exactly like that. And then pivot, yeah, exactly. That stops because like even if I turn, you go like if you don't do that second step, so like you do that first step in, so bang like that, I can almost come through. But if you do that second pivot, it gives you that this clamps. Your right forearm almost automatically clamps down when you pivot, and you can feel me turn, and you can just drop your weight fully. And then that's it. They do that, and then this just went off my neck into there. I calmed down and roll, and my hunch is just gone, and you've just straightened me out posture-wise as well as still clamping and controlling me. If anything comes from here, you just roll your head away. Yeah. I'm clamped up. You can actually block my other arm. But yeah, this is trapping, but this is actually stopping this coming through. So you actually really got me tied up well. But if you don't do that second pivot, you get hit. So so you really got to step into that right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. I always go, I'm assuming that I've done something that's gone past, and then they've gone to do a move, and I've gone, oh, sick. So I almost like to go fake, and I've crossed the middle, so almost like fake your right one, have this up, fake a forehand shot, and then if I go, so that's the opening I'm looking for. And it's actually quite practical, because you can vary. That's so normal for me to just go. You do this one, or this one is the Cadino counter opening. Which you use that a lot. You've gotten real good at these long extended ones. So if you go here, and then that bait. I'm not even, and once again, actually, I haven't done the footwork properly yet. I stepped in with my left, but I need to, once again, I need to do the second one. Coming in here, I need to continue. Once I'm here, and I lift this, I have to go to it.
That stretching.
See, I wasn't doing the pivot, and then I wasn't lifting. This has to lift afterwards. If I want, then I can go further. Do you want to try that one more?
Is this coming through to the right?
You can do either, whatever you feel comfortable with. I can do that, and then even if you want to try that cross thing, and then if I get that's right, and then here, see that pivot, that clamp, it's like all my options. Even here, I try to lift this left one, and I clamp, and I pull back to the right, so I pull back to the punyo, but I lift this vertically. Yeah, exactly. And now I'm so clamped in here. Nice. Alright, we'll have to go teach the class.
No, it's good.
Cheers, mate. It's interesting though, it's been a while since we've done all that stuff. And I haven't done the Cadena Real before on that side.
You just want to do all those in sparring.
I know, that's what I'm saying, I'm like, that's, after doing sparring with the Doble Espada the last few weeks, that's what I've been thinking about going, what's the things I've added in the last 6 months I didn't have on my solo Espada? Can I expand it out? And of course we can, because the whole system's based on Doble Espada. So interesting. Cheers for that, man.
It's just the timing to get it in there.
Timing.